Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of the blending mode tutorial in Photoshop CS6. Now what we're going to do in this part of the tutorial is go through the lighten group of our blending modes, which is the lighten, screen, color dodge, linear dodge, and lighter color. And I'll tell you about each one of the blending modes, and if we have time I'll get another set of another set of blending modes, and I'll do that in this tutorial also. So the lighten blending mode, which is the first one here, is pretty much the opposite of the darken blending mode. So what's going to happen is that the really dark stuff is not going to show up in the top layer, but the really bright stuff is. So if I turn off the top layer if I turn off the bottom layer real quick and change the blending mode real quick back to normal, we remember that the left side of the gradient is black, and we're gonna suspect that the black is going to just disappear when I put it on lighten, and that the white, the pure white here, is going to shine right through, and then the really bright parts of the green and really bright parts of the yellow that are brighter than the picture below it are also going to come through. So let me put this back on lighten, and and then you can see that that is true. So we've got the black part of the gradient is completely gone and the white part is showing, and this is going to be constant throughout the lighten group. So in the lighten blending mode, the layers, the pixels of the layer replaced with the lighter, whichever is lighter. So as I said before, pretty much the brightest brights, which is the brightest white, is always going to show through when you have lighten on. Now let's come over to the next blending mode, which is screen, and here it is. Now screen is like lighten, but it's brighter and it removes more of the dark pixels. Something about screen is that it also has some smoother transitions between the colors. So it kind of works like the multiply blending mode, which I talked about in the previous tutorial, in the fact that it multiplies the light pixels together to bring out like the most light pixels in the with the two layers combined. So hopefully that made sense. The next one we're gonna go to is color dodge. Now color dodge is brighter than the screen blending mode, and it's a contrasty color, and it results in like saturated midtones and blown out highlights. So that's what the color dodge is for. Now let's go to linear dodge add. Now linear dodge add is pretty sweet sometimes. It's brighter than color dodge, but less saturated and intense. So this also kind of gives me this vintage kind of look. If you use the right colors, if you don't like use white in it, but you use the colors, it kind of gives out like a washed out kind of look that is kind of classic in some of those washed out vintage pictures. The next one that we're going to go over is the last part, and that is called lighter color. Lighter color lightens the composite channel instead of the separate red, green, and blue channels. So if you find out a use for that, this one's kind of funny though. It looks like he's got a mask on and a booger in his nose and one booger in his mouth. It's kind of weird, but I don't know, that's funny looking. But that's a lighter color for us. So that's it for the lighten blending modes, and we're pretty much at 5 minutes already. So I'll just end this tutorial, and then we can go on to the next set of blending modes down here in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this one, and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials in Photoshop. It helps us out a lot. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.